Hello, Laura Jane Grace here with a message for the band El Escapado. How are y'all doing? It's Wednesday the 23rd of February, and I'm coming to you from my home in Chicago where things are pretty good. And I'm here on behalf of the one and only KD Bell right now. And KD wrote this request to me and told me a little bit about your band and all the exciting things that you have coming up. El Escapado, I want to wish you so very much luck on your 67-date full U.S. tour, including 10 dates in Alaska, no less. What is going on here, El Escapado? Please introduce me to your booking agent. I have to admit, I was unfamiliar with your band until this request came in, but when I received the request, I went and I checked your music out, and I dig what I heard. It reminds me of many of my friends in Fat Records bands, and I used to be on Fat Records and grew up listening to fat bands like NoFX and Lagwagon and such. But anyways, y'all got a good thing going on. And I know you're going to be out there in support of Under the Cover of the Sun. Let me know what's up with the vinyl for that. I collect the vinyl, so would love to add to my collection. And I noticed that the new release isn't on streaming sites yet, but tomorrow I do a once a month DJ set for Vans on channel 66. If it was already released, I would go ahead and throw a song into the rotation, but it's not too late. If I'm wrong and I'm just not looking the right place, hit me on Twitter, and tomorrow I'll throw one of the songs into the DJ set. If not, maybe next month. But again, let's go back to this 67-date full U.S. tour, including 10 dates in Alaska. I have to commend you, El Escapado. This is incredible. The 10 dates in Alaska, I want to know how you pulled that off. I want to know where the 10 dates in Alaska are, if it's 10 different cities. I want to know how you're traveling in between these 10 shows. I've played in Anchorage before. I once did a 50-state tour, and it was 3 months long. And we played... In the middle of it, we played Alaska and then Hawaii. And we spent like a week in Alaska and we spent a week in Hawaii back to back. And it was so cool being in Alaska. We were only in Anchorage. I was a little disappointed it wasn't as rustic as I expected. Like when I remember driving from the airport to the hotel and being like, what, a Taco Bell, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I just expected log cabins and nothing else, like no electricity for some reason. But very jealous. I like to travel and I like to go to places that I've never been before. And it sounds like you're going to go to some places I've never been before. I will give you a word of advice. I'll tell you, on the 50-state tour that I did back in the day, towards the beginning of it, during the first month, we started having van trouble, which sucked because it was a brand new van we got for the tour. It was a Foöd diesel van, 3,500, 15 passenger. Started blowing oil pumps for no reason, and they couldn't fix it. No matter if they put a new one in it, it would blow it again. But anyways, so while we were dealing with getting a permanent vehicle sorted out, we ended up getting split up into like minivans and a box truck with the gear, and we're doing these long drives from like Denver to Seattle and trying to get to the shows on time, and all of us are running on no sleep, but I'm like slamming Red Bulls right and left. And at the time I did not drink alcohol, so that was like my vice was caffeine, still my vice, but I was overdoing it, like no sleep, and something like 48 hours I didn't sleep a wink, and then had something like 10 Red Bulls. And we got to Seattle, got up on stage to play the show, and I was like having a stroke. I couldn't feel my left arm. The whole left side of my body went numb. I like eked through the show barely. It was a terrible show. Immediately went to the emergency room afterwards. They told me I was suffering from dehydration and exhaustion, and that I needed to quit the Red Bull because it would kill me if I didn't. They also told me I needed to calm down and maybe have a glass of whiskey. And then I fell off the wagon on that tour, and the rest of that tour was a real bumpy ride, but I lived and I had a lot of fun. So the moral of the story is go easy on the Red Bulls during this 67-date full U.S. tour. Get proper sleep and proper hydration, and stay away from the Red Bull. At least go Red Bull sugar-free if you're going to indulge in the devil's juice. But anyways, I don't want to turn this cameo into a commercial for Red Bull. Again, I want to wish you luck, El Escapado, on your 67-date full U.S. tour, including 10 dates in Alaska. And I want to hear more about your band. I want to know about vinyl. And I hope our paths cross sometime. I hope to see you all out on the road. And I also hear, wait, one last thing I wanted to talk about is that I heard that this new album was recorded at the legendary Sun Studios in Memphis. And that's awesome. Very cool. Or are you recording soon at Sun Studio? Is it happening May 12th through 17th? I'm a little unclear. Or no, maybe those are the tour dates, May 12th through July 17th. Anyway, Sun Studio. I did the tour once there, or maybe I did it twice. We recorded once, my band Against Me, we recorded in Memphis once. We made a record there at Ardent Studios. Check out Ardent if you are in Memphis still, or haven't recorded the record yet, or next time you're there, or something like that. Anyways, I'd love to hear about this experience at Sun Studios. I'd love to hear what gear you used, if you brought in outside gear, or if you just used the house gear that they had, because I know like the console isn't exactly the console they had back when Elvis was recording there or anything like that. But such a cool space, and also makes you realize, like, because it's a small space and it's just essentially a storefront, it makes you realize that you don't need some grand studio to make magic happen. You know, you can do it at a place like Sun Studios, which is a grand magic studio. Anyways, I'm rambling for sure at this point, but El Escapado, want to wish you luck, and take care out there on the road, and I'd love to hear more. Take care.